Yo, the name is Slack. Thanks for coming back. Welcome to my special survival mode walkthrough of the Outer Worlds. Survival mode is a special difficulty setting I invented for the Outer Worlds where you complete the game on hard difficulty with no health regen, no adrenos, and no food. Alright? Basically, the only way you can restore health is by sleeping in a bed. And this means that whenever you go into combat, you basically have one life. Alright, you have one health bar, and when that runs down to the bottom, you're done. Alright, I find this way more difficult than Supernova mode. The only thing that would be more difficult than this would be to apply these rules of engagement to Supernova mode. But I don't want to do that because I want the convenience of being able to fast travel anywhere. Something I've always found tedious is when game developers nerf the fast travel system when creating ultra high difficulty settings. It just slows everything down and becomes especially tedious when you're making walkthrough videos. Alright, Skyrim survival mode comes to mind. But in case you're wondering, I have already completed the game on Supernova mode. I have a walkthrough up of that. Check out my playlists. Alright, already completed Supernova mode. Alright. Also, I'll be doing this run using only handguns, alright, so that's pistols only. And regarding the food, no food will be permitted, and just to clarify, that means no carbs and no meat. Carbohydrates are useless anyways because, well, 200% of zero health regen is still zero, and meat could be used to get a bigger health bar, but I've decided to make that off limits as well. All drinks and smokes, however, are permitted. And that bears repeating because after working on YouTube for 10 years, I just know the minute that I drink a 0G energy brew, someone's going to come along and say, "Hey, Slack, I thought you said no food." Okay? So that's no meat and no carbohydrates. Drinks and smokes are permitted. Okay? So a good diet goes out the window, but we're allowed to party our asses off. And I'm sure for some of you that won't be a big break from your regular routine. All right, okay, so just to recap: hard difficulty, no health regen, no adrenos, no food, pistols only, saddle up, lock and load, let's get busy.
MajorSlackVideos.
Okay, let's get busy. New game. Like I said, hard difficulty, continue. Skip cutscene. Alright, now the way you get no health regen is by subtracting a point from temperament. The more points you put into temperament, the bigger your health regen is. But if you subtract 1 point, you'll get, boom, zero health regen. Okay, zero health regen. I'm also going solo. I forgot to mention that in the rules of engagement. Yeah, I'm going solo, no companions, so it doesn't really help us much to have a lot of charm. So let's take a point out of that.
You won't be quite so boring after you've saved the entire colony.
Going pistols only, so we want as much critical hit damage as possible. That means lots of intelligence, and as much extra headshot damage as possible. That means lots of perception. So let's pile 3 points into intelligence and 3 points into perception.
If I had your brains 30 years ago, we might not be in this mess.
2 points left. This is the obvious choice because you're going handguns only, and a lot of sneak would be great, and a lot of lock picking would be great as well, so we can open a lot of containers, right? So the remaining 2 points into dexterity. Next screen, definitely ranged, of course. That's a no-brainer.
I hear Monarch's in need of more game hunters.
And definitely stealth.
Subtle and discreet. Exactly what I need.
Okay, so we have high lockpick. We can sell stuff to any vending machine. We're getting sneak attack damage. That's showing as 0, but that's a glitch. If you go to the next screen and then go back, you'll see that it's 14% sneak attack damage to start out with. All right, next screen. Absolutely, no doubt, hands down, get janitor. You want every little bit of corrosion damage resistance you can muster up, because once we start dealing with raptidons with these rules of engagement, it's going to be hell. Absolutely hell. So yeah, get janitor. All right,
I'm about to save you from a lifetime of cleaning our latrines.
Okay, quiet there. We're trying to do a walkthrough here. Let's just tweak up our character a little bit. Give her a little bit of tan. How about hairstyle number 12? I believe is the one I like. That one there. And how about some green hair? I think that's number 16. There we go. A little bit of lipstick. And that's our girl. We're going to call her Two Gun Cochran. Name that movie. And we're done. Let's do it.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
Skip cutscene. Skip cutscene. If you want to see the cutscenes, watch my Supernova walkthrough, okay? Check out the playlist. Complete Supernova walkthrough.
Can you hear me? Is this thing working?
Skip, 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 skip. Skip. Okay, Phineas is going to blather away. I'm just going to let it run down, and I'll skip ahead. Okay, Phineas is over, or rather, he's finished his little blurb there, and the next part is pretty routine. For those of you who watch my Supernova difficulty walkthrough, I'm doing things completely different on this run, as you can see on the rules of engagement, but also the way we proceed through the game. I'm going to turn off the power in Edgewater, okay, instead of turning off the power in the botanical lab, and I'm going to betray Phineas. Okay, so I'm doing things completely different from my Supernova run, so those are two other things that are going to be different.
Easy now. You've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Okay, now this is the only time I'm going to take an adreno, because avoiding fall damage when you go down here, it's absolutely impossible as far as I know. If you know a way to avoid fall damage, post a comment, but I haven't been able to do it. You can minimize fall damage by jumping over to that side, so that when we take an adrenaline, we'll completely recover our health. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We start out with 9 adrenos. We're going to drop these. That'll leave 1 loaded up. And we're going to use that after we take damage by dropping. Let me just do a quick save here just in case I screw this up. Okay, jump over this side. There we go. And we minimize the fall damage. Take the adreno. That should completely recover our health. There we go. And that is the only adreno I'm going to use throughout the entire game. I may accidentally pick up adrenos along the way, okay? As soon as I do, I'm going to try to drop them. But the one that stays in here, that it's impossible to drop it, but I won't be using it. You'll see clearly when I use an adreno. I'm not going to be using it. Okay, so that's it.
Hey, you've tried the best now. Now try the rest.
Okay, medical, skip.
Hope you don't mind.
1, skip, skip, skip.
Just barely scratch.
1, skip, skip, skip. 1 to get his
okay.
guns.
You look like you know your. Here, you can all. Yes, nailed it that time.
Okay, and I'm not going to kill him because it's random what gear he gets. So we're just going to pick up the mag picks, and I am going to pick up food to sell it. Okay, so picking up all this stuff here. So we should have 2 mag picks. That's important. There we go, 2 mag picks.
Damage my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the... This...
Okay, you could kill those sprats for extra XP. The other one doesn't want to come and play. Alright. Alright, now. What I'm going to do, I know some of you are already masterminding a way to cheat around these rules of engagement. I just know I've been working on YouTube for 10 years, and whenever I do these challenge runs, that's the first thing people do. I know a way around this. And I know what you're going to do. You're going to sneak past all the guys here in the beginning. then get to Edgewater, build yourself a really powerful, like maybe go after the fiver or something like that, loot all the containers, get the fiver, tinker it up, and then start going into combat. Okay, I thought of that already. I already thought of that, and I don't want to do that. That's kind of flaunting the spirit of this challenge. So what I'm going to do now is a no damage run to the ship. That's 11 kills, light pistol only, no damage. All right, and just to make it clear, this is not about bragging rights. I actually developed this whole run and strategy on my PlayStation. I have Outer Worlds installed on my PS4, and I suck on my PlayStation. Aiming is clunky anyways, and I suck with the controller. And as I was playing Outer Worlds, I was going, is there a way you can get a much more, like take a much more advanced tactical approach to the game using everything that the game offers you? So I started studying everything closely. Tactical time hit locations, enemies, noise range, everything. And I used every last detail to my advantage, and that's how I developed this run and this whole idea of playing with no health regen. I actually developed on my PlayStation. So this is not so much about bragging rights as, like I said, like developing a much more advanced tactical knowledge of the game, the way the game developers intended, in fact, because running and gunning and just spamming the adrenos, okay, that's one way to play, but to me, that's not really taking full advantage of everything the game has to offer. So that's what this is all about. All right, so no damage run to the ship, 11 kills, and I'm gonna need every last faculty at my disposal, so I'm gonna do this to dubbed commentary, because doing it to live commentary is gonna be too difficult. All right, so here we go. Oh, changed my mind. Actually, I'm gonna attempt to do this to live commentary because it would be so much better. Here we go. No damage run down to the ship, pistol only. Okay, this first guy, this is a gimme. Just shoot the barrels. The other guy's gonna come running up. Go into tactical time, 3 headshots should do him in. Tactical time, 1, 2, 3. And that's it. That usually does him in. Picking up food once again just to sell it. Opening this to get the telescoping scaff just to break it down for weapon parts. Sell that for food or for money. And what do you got? Very good. Okay, so didn't get anything in the way of armor. Next 3 guys are really tough to do to no damage. I figured it out on my PlayStation though. What you want to do is jump on this rock here and get as far out as possible on this side here. This is the only way this works. Okay, and the first guy we're going to do is that guy over there. We got 3 vandals here. Strike that. 2 vandals and a goon over there. The goon is a melee guy. What you want to do is drop this vandal when he gets behind this rock, because these guys always get alerted when they see dead bodies. Okay, so here we go. Tactical time. 1, 2, 3 headshots, and that's it. As long as you do it like this, you got to be right on the edge of this rock here. I don't know why that is. If you don't get right on the out on the edge of this rock, these other guys get alerted. And wait till he's behind the rock, so when the other guy comes around, he doesn't see the dead body and get alerted. And here I'm talking away, and I should be moving along here because the other guy is going to come around. Hope it didn't blow the timing. There he is. Same thing here. 3 headshots. And he's down already. Great, because I got a critical hit. Okay, so that's 2. Leave that alone for now. Reload. Next is the goon. He's going to be patrolling here. Let's get in the grass over here. Wait till he comes real close so we can aim better. Alright, so these are the whites of his eyes. Tactical time. Headshot. 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 And he's down. There we go. That's all 5 enemies, no damage. And what do we got here? Rebuilt mining gear. I forget what that is. Stealth. Great. Definitely slapping that on. What did you give up? Alright, next is Lieutenant Mercer and Private Kimball. Extremely difficult to do this to no damage, but it can be done. We could just talk to them and have them wipe out all the marauders there for us, but hey, what's the fun in that? Okay, the way I work this out is, if you study them in tactical time, you see that Lieutenant Mercer is more powerful than Private Kimball. Tactically speaking, we want to take out the weak guy first, because you want to reduce their numbers as quickly as possible, and going after Lieutenant Mercer is harder. So what you want to do is get up right behind this rock here so that Lieutenant Mercer is behind the rock, right? And then we're going to go after Private Kimball first. Tactical time, headshot, cripple, bleed, and then finish him off as quickly as possible. If you can't finish him off in 4 shots, it's pretty much screwed. You're going to take damage because Lieutenant Mercer is going to slide out and start shooting at you. Then, as soon as Private Kimball is down, what you're going to do is dodge around this rock and keep behind the rock. You're going to play what I call squirrel. You know how squirrels, they always like, you know, when you're out, you know, in a park or somewhere and you walk by, a squirrel sees you, it immediately jumps to a tree and then skirts around to the other side of the tree. And then as you walk by, it always stays on the other side of the tree. It moves around. That's what squirrels use for self-defense. They just basically stay out of sight. Even though they know you know they're there, they just stay out of sight. So if you can't see you, so that's what we're going to do. And we're going to use that tactic a lot. Okay, so here we go. Private Kimball. Tactical time. Headshot. Cripple. Bleed. Finish him off. Stay behind the rock. Watch the red dot. Sometimes she even loses track of you. Squirrel around. Squirrel around. Squirrel around. Wait for tactical time to recharge. Squirrel around. And see, she lost track of us. That didn't take a long. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Hold up here. Okay, tactical time is recharged. Here we go. Same thing here. Let me just gather my wits here. What's the strategy? Tactical time, basically headshots. That'll be the best thing to do. Okay, so tactical time, headshot, headshot, and that did her in. This might even level us up. No, it wasn't enough. There we go. Still no damage. 944, bummer. 6 points short. And I say 6 because we could have gone to the primal nest location and gotten 50 points out of that and leveled up to level 2. Okay, let's do that anyways. We got some standard troop armor out of this and a riot control helmet. Sweet. Let's take a look at that standard troop armor. Not that it will make any difference because we're going for no damage. Let's put the helmet on anyways, just for good measure. Alright, let's go down to the primal nest location, which is down there. I believe it's 50 XP to discover it, which is still going to leave us just short of level 2. Stick to the mountainside here so you stay out of sight of the 4 marauders there, which are really tough to do to no damage. But I figured out a way. Like I said, I developed this on my PS4 and I was using every single advantage I could think of. Tactical time, dilation locations, noise range, everything. What kind of enemies they were. Everything comes into play. There we go, 50 XP. So it's not enough to get up to level 2. We're going to have to do this the hard way. Yeah, we're just, like I said, 6 XP short. Okay. This next strategy is all about noise range. Okay, look at your weapon, inventory, weapons. Go to the detail section of your weapon. On the PS4, that's pressed down on the right joystick when you're in the weapon inventory, and then highlight your weapon, press down on the right joystick, and you get the screen here. And you can see the noise range on this is 25 meters. All we have to do is drop one of these guys just inside the 25 meter range, so that when others are around, they won't hear him. They won't hear us, if you will. And that's the guy right there, this vandal. He's our target. And this is exactly where we want to be. Okay. There's 3 trees here. See those 3 trees? 1, 2, 3, and then there's these rocks right here. That's how you find this location here. We're going to wait for him to patrol back. There he is right there. Okay, smoke him if you got him. This could take a minute or two. First thing we're going to do is stand up when he gets close and see if we can sucker him into investigating mode. There we go, he's in investigating mode. He often comes closer. He's not going to bite this time. Nah, too bad. Okay, he's going to come around again. I would edit this out, but I know some viewers will accuse me of cheating, so I'll just leave it in. Wait till he comes around. This should be far enough away that noise range won't be an issue as long as we drop him with 3 shots. If we can't take him down in 3 shots, we're screwed. Let's try this again. Here we go. And hi there. Hello. Come on. Investigate. Come closer. He won't bite. Okay, we're gonna have to drop him in 3 shots. 1, 2. Got him. Great. Excellent. And we leveled up. See, because we dropped him in 3 shots, because we dropped him during tactical time, the noise didn't alert the others. Okay, so we made it. First points go into all my notes on this are over in the living room, in a notebook in my living room. I forgot where they are. Hang on a second. Now I remember. We're going to put all points into stealth right away because we want to get the pickpocket skill as soon as possible. So yeah, we can get the pickpocket skill by level 3. So all points into stealth, sneak up to 30, and definitely lone wolf. There we go. Alright, next. The guy crouched down by the canids who is over... Can we see him here? Here he is right there. That's right, it's like just stand up and make yourself real known. Hi everybody, I'm over here. Haha. Okay, he's next. He's really hard to kill without alerting the others. The best I've been able to do strategy wise is to get it so that only one of those guys by the ship is alerted, which is better than both. If they're both alerted, they start flanking you and then you're screwed. Because here's what we're going to do. There he is right there. What we want to do is get this rock providing us with cover from that guy, those 2 guys. There we go. This is perfect right here. So we have no line of sight on those guys, but we can see him. Okay, and 3 headshots, and as soon as we do that, as soon as we kill him, get behind this rock here so the other guy will lose sight of us. Got him in 2 shots. Huh. That's the first time I've ever done that. That's the first time I've ever done that. Killed him without alerting those 2 guys at all. Okay, but like I said, if you use this strategy, typically what happens is you alert the Vandal. He gets investigating, so just go up behind here. He'll be investigating. And if you hide behind this rock, he always loses you. And then he just goes back to his regular routine. Okay, so then there were 2. We have a goon and a Vandal. The goon is the melee guy. The Vandal is the ranged attacker. Whenever you have this kind of situation, always go after the melee attacker first, because he will rush you and get right up in your face. And you can't afford to be taking that kind of damage playing with these rules of engagement. What we're going to do is we're going to sneak up on the goon guy and keep the Vandal behind a line of sight, behind cover, so that he can't and here's the plan. Kill him, hopefully with 3 shots, then dodge back and squirrel around the end of the ship here until tactical time recovers. If things get really hairy, you're going to have to kick in tactical time early and cripple the guy so that he can't shoot at us. Okay, that's the plan. Let's do it. Headshot. Okay, squirrel around. Cripple him. Got him. Haha. Yeah, that always happens. Sometimes he won't let you fully recharge your tactical time, but since he's the last guy, go for a cripple, take him down, and there we go. No damage, run to the ship. Ah. Yeah, really hectic. So that's what you're in store for if you take on this challenge. But I'm going to give you lots of excellent strategies to pull this off. It's a real riot. I absolutely love playing like this. Who else? You didn't give up anything. Who else did we drop? Let me just reenact the scene of the crime here. We got Lieutenant Mercer and Private Kimbo. We came down here, we dropped that guy next to the rocks there. There he is. The canid guy. Got the canid meat. Goon guy. And the Vandal. We got everybody. Okay. Let's go talk to Ada.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Marauder, please be informed that ignoring me is dangerous for your health.
Grab all this stuff for weapon parts.
Intruders are not authorized to access the Unreliable's amenities, including the cargo hold. Hello, Marauder.
Okay, here we go. Space 1111. Get the lie check.
Well done.
Get the engineering check.
I have this cartridge.
1 and space, and that's it. And we got everything. There's 3 cans of tuna upstairs. They're not really worth that much. I'm not going to bother. That's it. There you go. No damage ran to the ship. We made it. Okay, and like I said, I'm not going to attempt to do the entire game no damage, but that's there you go. There's a crash course in advanced tactical combat. We're going to have to engage in a lot of that to get through the game with these rigorous rules of engagement. I want to thank you all very much for watching, and if you thought this video was remotely entertaining and or informative, hey, give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to make sure you get all my videos hot off the press. All right, see you next time. Hey guys, real walkthroughs like these are an endangered species here on YouTube. For a complete lowdown on the YouTube video game walkthrough scene, check out my Patreon page, and please consider making a donation to yours truly, Major Slack, to help keep real walkthroughs alive on YouTube. You can donate as little as $1. That's $1. That's all. That's all it takes. All right. Thanks a lot. Really appreciate it.